recording.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
What's up, coffee drinkers? I'm Luke.
And I'm Chad.
And we are the Coffee Nerds. Thanks for joining us for Coffee Nerds, the Coffee Break podcast. We are going to be talking about risk-taking, adventure, and the Legend of Zelda today.
Yes.
And drinking some... Oh, I didn't take the lid off of my coffee. We're going to be drinking Kicking Horse's Grizzly Claw and 454 mix. It's like a lion and tiger mix. Pretty much my favorite animal. Did you like them, Mix? I actually thought it was pretty good.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely a good mixture of coffees.
Yeah, if you're gonna mix two coffees, those are the two of the best. Alright, so risk.
Yes.
Take a risk. Risk taking can be really hard. You may wonder if it's even worth it. Better to play it safe, right? Wrong. Risk is your friend. By reaching for what appears to be impossible, we often actually do the impossible. And even when we don't quite make it, we inevitably wind up doing much better than we would have done. Quote by Jack Welch.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just can be easy to get into our comfort zones and stay in our comfort zones.
Yeah.
But the discomfort zone is where action happens.
Yeah.
Where the things that we're striving for, our goals, that's where we want to be in order to start achieving our goals better. When we're in a comfort zone, we're just easily content with where we're at, but also I don't know what the right word is, but almost discontent at the same time because we're not achieving what we're planning on achieving.
Yeah, comfort it's almost like smothering in a way.
Yeah.
It can be the opposite of actual true contentment. I think we get fixated on comfort, but discomfort and the risks that come with it can really lead to a lot of positive change.
Yeah. It's just hard taking that risky step because I know that's held me back before.
Yeah.
I don't want to take the risk of whatever.
Right.
And miss what I'm actually striving for. But then you never take the chances and you never have that opportunity of actually hitting whatever you're going after.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like this great thing, comfort, but it really you just get bored.
It can be hindering.
Yeah, and it's hindering you. You can miss your goals.
Hold you back.
But discomfort, on the other hand, can lead to happiness, and it can be a catalyst for moving forward and growing, and it kind of helps you see that you're growing. There's just a lot of benefits there.
Another thing that's kind of been interesting to me, I've heard several people talk about, it's also the anticipation of achieving something or getting to your next goal that actually excites you as well. So
Yeah.
taking that risk is also gonna help you, help you feel that way. And it's strange to me to think that um, that it's the anticipation. I mean, like for me, I couldn't wait to get an Xbox One, and then, well, this is kind of a bad example. I won't go with Xbox One, but there have been
Yeah.
things in the past that I've really wanted,
Mhm.
a new toy or whatever, and even now, but once I got that thing for the first day or two or maybe a week, it's like I'm gung ho about it. But then
Yeah.
after that, everything kind of wears off as it just
Right.
becomes part of the norm, and that anticipation's gone.
Right. I see
You
why you
got to
dropped.
take risk. Yeah,
I see
yeah. I
why
was
you
like,
dropped the
wait,
Xbox. We're still gung ho about the Xbox.
yeah, still gung ho about Xbox One, Fortnite every night. Well, not every night, but Fortnite every opportunity that we get.
That's not as
Like,
much about stuff, though.
yeah,
Awesome.
but yeah, it has to be a risky goal because you gotta
Mhm. You gotta push
anticipate
yourself. Yeah.
that achievement. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like having a big dream. Like you gotta dream anyway. You may as well dream big. I don't know if that's the quote.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to talk about George?
Yeah. So George Lucas took a lot of risks on the original Star Wars. A lot of people in the industry expected him to fail, but he took a big risk and created one of the biggest movies of all time. It's actually a really inspiring story. Like when you see like the whole thing, how he was just constantly told he couldn't do it. People, the special effects, the actual movie, and then he really nailed it.
And that was in um, Thinking for a Change by John C. Maxwell, right?
It
That
was,
story. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely
I'd
check
heard
that.
that. I'd heard bits and pieces of that story before.
Yeah,
It's always cool to hear.
yeah, yeah. I didn't. I had heard bits and pieces, but I didn't hear like the in-depth story of it.
Yeah, yeah, same. And some of our thoughts on, gosh dang it, brain fart. Some of our thoughts on risk come from the Michael Hyatt book, Your Best Year Ever, by the way, also. We've been reading that and it's been really good. So let's see. I have one more thought on risk and then jump into trivia.
Sounds good.
Cool. So, and one other thing I was going to say is I was thinking about this a lot this week is there are little ways to take risks too. And sometimes they can be just as hard as the big ones. Because, I mean, we were talking about George Lucas and there's a lot of big dreams and stuff. But like you've heard, one you hear a lot is you should drive to work a different way sometimes. I heard it and I almost never did it because I didn't want to risk being late for work. So the risk can be as big as quitting a job to start your own business, or as small as like saying hi to someone across the room that you might not normally talk to. I think they're both hard, but they can both improve your life.
Definitely.
All right, I'm excited about this topic. So speaking of risk, in today's trivia, we're covering the classic Legend of Zelda video games. Today is Zelda Day. I forgot to wear my Zelda T-shirt. Oh man. So there are a series of adventure games where you play as the hero Link, not Zelda. You don't. Zelda's not the boy. So if we accomplish one thing with this podcast, I'd be okay with it setting the record straight on this. Link
Yes.
is the main character.
Link is the main character.
Zelda is the princess that he rescues. I even have a T-shirt
Yes.
I was gonna wear. It has Link holding a sign that says Dude, I'm not Zelda.
Nice. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah.
Alright, so the first Zelda game was published on this day in 1986. Now 32 years old, there have been 19 games published to date. In each game, Link boldly sets out to have adventures and vanquish evil. But that's not the risk I want to talk about. Last year, the most recent game in the series, Breath of the Wild, was released. Nintendo took a huge risk with this game. They completely rethought the formula they'd been following for the past 30 years and 18 games and shook it all up. They threw out the structure, but they kept all the things that make Zelda fun: the combat, the adventure and exploration, and they told an even better story than anything they'd done in the past. So the lesson I took away from that was don't be so stuck on your strategy that you can't change. They let go of the strategy they've been using for years, but they completed a work of art that honored their past and hit all the right beats, but in a fresh and very clever way.
Yeah. I haven't hit. I haven't played the Breath of the Wild yet.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so good.
So it sounds really cool.
Just the climbing alone, you can climb like anywhere. Like you can be out on you can walk out on this field and you might see mountains like they look like halfway across the world. You can walk there, you can climb up them and explore like anywhere you can see.
Nice.
I mean, eventually you'll run out. There'll be like ocean, you can't go any further or whatever. But
Right.
the world is huge.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sounds like a really cool game, and they needed a little bit of a revamp.
They did, yeah. They've been following the same formula for years. Because it was a good formula, but
Right.
it was still it was good for them to like break out of that because it was getting a little stale.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
They're
that's the other thing.
definitely risk-taking games.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Was they were doing something that worked.
Yeah.
They were popular. They were the formula was good, but they still like they could take it like so many notches better just by like breaking out of that and trying something.
Right.
New.
Yeah. And they hit it, luckily, with this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome game for sure.
Yeah. All right. Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right. Let's close it off. So I want to hear about risks you took, risks you didn't take, and if you have any, your favorite memories from The Legend of Zelda. As always, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel.
It's going to be like up here somewhere. It's a little circle, coffee cup inside. It's a beautiful button. Push it. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week.
Next week.
Hey there, coffee drinkers. It's your pal Cuppy the Cup. Thanks for checking out this week's episode of Coffee Nerds. Check back next Wednesday and every Wednesday for another brand new episode. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks. Bye. I love you.